there's never just a plan A. There's often a plan B and a plan C as well. But sometimes it pays to not have a plan. This is the story of two founders who, without planning to, have changed the game for robotic technology here in India and across the world. This is the story of GreyOrange, a futuristic venture which is making its mark worldwide in the field of warehouse automation. How? Well, there are robots involved, robot butlers to be exact. Get ready to marvel.
The word robot for most conjures up images of characters from Star Wars, the humanoid figures, going about controlling things remotely. There's fantasy, science, and a whole lot of tech. Then there's the age-old perception associated with them. Can robots ever lead to the demise of the human race and outmuscle us and take over the world? Today, these perceptions are being put to rest by various modern hardware ventures. And leading the Indian robotics game is a successful venture called GreyOrange. And at the helm of this venture is a dynamic duo. Meet Akash Gupta, co-founder and chief technology officer at GreyOrange. And this is Samay Kohli, co-founder and CEO of GreyOrange. His focus is on global expansion of GreyOrange and in making it an obvious choice for automation. With an immense passion for robotics, the pair have been featured as one of India's 30 under 30 success stories last year. This is one former startup which has scaled up into a success story. But what does GreyOrange do? And what are these robots all about?
So what robots are traditionally always supposed to be, they're supposed to help people do their job better. And what GreyOrange essentially does is makes robots for warehouse workers to do their job better. Anything that you buy from a store is usually going to run through some series of warehouses, right? And that will be where GreyOrange would be using its robots. All our robots are actually controlled by our software, which is artificial intelligence enabled. What that does is the robots keep learning and keep getting better. So as everything keeps changing around them, they actually keep evolving and learning. So what a robot does bad today, they actually do better tomorrow.
GreyOrange was founded in 2011 and what started off as a team of two has now grown into a 550-member plus organization with offices around India, Singapore and Hong Kong. GreyOrange targets a deeply unorganized industry, warehousing. And the venture is building an army of robots to take over warehouses and distribution centers with these robots, aptly named the butler and the sorter. But the big question remains that with so much focus on scaling up, is GreyOrange managing to rake in the moolah?
GreyOrange is actually broken even and we plan to sustain that. The reason is that we continue to take our revenues and reinvest it into R&D because we really want to keep pushing the envelope of innovation, right? And that's a really long-term journey that we're on, and hence we'll continue to do much more R&D as we keep growing.
Wow, this is amazing. I'm here to check out the GreyOrange sorter, which I guess helps these huge companies like Flipkart streamline their warehouse operations. Amrita here is going to show me how it all happens.
One of GreyOrange's flagship products is the sorter, and as the name suggests, it is a robotic sorting system for order consolidation and parcel routing. While the second product, the butler, is an automated storage and goods-to-person order picking system. With e-commerce giants like Flipkart and Jabong as the clients, we want to know: what kind of impact has GreyOrange made globally? What is the future of robotic technology in India?
Warehouse automation. What exactly is that and what impact have you made globally?
We have these modular storage units and we have these robots, and these robots go fetch these modular storage units and get to you, right? And when that modular storage comes to a pick-put station, you pick the items that have been ordered, pack them and ship. So it really enables 4-hour deliveries, 2-day deliveries, which are now being pretty common, right? So that's one product. Second product, sortation system, what it does is you can use this sortation system to do a few things. First, sort them location-wise or pin code-wise or city-wise, or measure the volumetric, measure the weight of the packet, capture an image of the packet. So all these things are being done through sortation systems. So it's kind of a end-to-end solution for picking the items, packing them, and then sorting them to send to the customers.
Like you said, this all sort of comprises that invisible labor that appears before we finally receive a product. Do you think that we're going to start seeing these robotics around us, maybe in our day-to-day as well?
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. It's going to take some time for sure. Of course, we have products like Roombas who are cleaning our houses. Not that it's still not that in India. People are not using it, but I'm pretty sure if we talk about next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna have a lot more robotic products coming in assisting in your day-to-day life.
So then what's next for GreyOrange?
I think the first and foremost thing is to build a very, very strong product engine internally so that any problem we pick up, we can build a very, very strong international product. So I think that's one thing. And of course, the innovation in our current products and coming up with newer products that are gonna dominate the complete end-to-end warehouse automation is definitely up for next 18 months.
Probably my favorite part of my visit to GreyOrange today was seeing the robots in action, particularly when they were working in tandem. There was a harmony that you could tell requires a lot of thought and precision. The other thing that I find very heartening is that these major Indian companies now have systems in place to really boost efficiency and perhaps also reduce worker turnover. At that point, we can reach efficiency levels that we also see in Japan and Germany. Now that's my take on GreyOrange. Let's hear what the mentors have to say about it.
Meet Abhinav Mathur, the former Chief of Strategy and Technology at Spice Global and current Chairman of Founders Catalyst. He's known to be outspoken and doesn't mince his words when it comes to passing his verdict on new startups. Meet Neha Singh, co-founder of Traction, a startup intelligence and market research platform. An alumnus of IIT Bombay and Stanford School of Business, Neha's vast knowledge on startups has helped her connect several venture capitalists to upcoming startups.
Butler and the sorter is again something very interesting, and it's nice to see that they are making significant improvements on the technology itself. If they continue to focus on the technology inside of the company, the opportunity of automation is huge. I think they are in the right space at the right time, which is probably the most important thing for a startup.
GreyOrange has shown a very good traction. They already are working with a lot of large online retailers, and going forward, I think they might have also scope of expanding in other countries because it's sort of a pure tech play in that sense.
Angel investing is crucial to the startup ecosystem. Funding and backing a passionate founder is integral to promoting growth in an often nascent space in Indian business, the startup. But then a dilemma arises. In this race to bring deals to the table, are angel investors backing the wrong ideas? In fact, is angel investing in India a bubble that's poised to pop? Let's find out in the state of the startup.
Crystal ball gazing into the realm of investing for startups and angel investors. Well, the good news is that angel investing seems to have become a self-contained growth industry in India. But here's a question. Are they backing mediocre ideas in a bid to bring more deals to the table?
There's a lot of things that may, on the face of it, seem like bad ideas that later become awesome ideas and awesome businesses. So I think we should, hold judgment, not try and broad brush everything. But I think there is something to be said about just trying to clone other people's ideas. I think you need to be different in some way. You need to execute superbly and different in a differentiated manner, or you need to have something else that gives you that spark, that additional spark that allows you to outdo the competition.
While statistics and a growing database of funded startups show that angel investing may be doing India some good by promoting entrepreneurship. But in the race to back more startups, are investor groups cutting back when it comes to quality? Are these groups starting to cut corners in doing due diligence in deciding which startups to fund?
I think investing in any part of the world actually goes through the different phases. There might have been a lot more investment in the last couple of years, and you would definitely see some slowdown over the next year or two. But I don't think it's a bubble that's really bursting. It's just going through its normal cycle.
So is this angel investing bubble going to burst? Will we see a slump in money flowing into the startup economy?
So for me, I think the correction will happen probably in the next year, when a lot of people who would make angel investments may not be able to find right sort of deal cracked. They may not find exits easy to come, and it would stop. So angel funding, I feel, would become less in the times to come.
Watch Raposo on Unicorn, Chasing the Startup Dream. Answer the 2 questions and stand a chance to win a goodie bag from Raposo worth 3,000 rupees. Coming up after the break.
Today, we're all about sleek, cool, high-tech robots. From GreyOrange's butlers, which specialize in warehouse automation, we now bring you to a robot that will guard your property. Sound impossible? Come on. By now, you know we live to surprise. This is Riley. Let's take a look.
Say hello to Riley. This motion-detecting robot that looks straight out of WALL-E can actually keep an eye on your house for you while you're away. And that's not all. It can capture videos, pictures, and has a microphone to pick up even the slightest of sounds. Riley comes with a companion app to monitor all this through. It uses Wi-Fi and transmits live videos and images. It even gives you a notification if it detects motion in the house. The smart bot can traverse all kinds of home terrain as well, and it is designed to go back to its dock when it runs out of juice. Riley is available for around $300, which is around 20,000 rupees on its website, ipatrol.net.
The time to shop is now. At least, that's what the internet tells us. E-commerce ventures are working hard to catch the attention of the fickle customer. And sleek technology, intuitive software, reach across the country, and engaging networks have made shopping a social experience. Today on Unicorn, we'll introduce you to a startup that pitches itself as a fashion social network. This is Raposo. But e-commerce is a hot pie and everyone wants a share. So, will Raposo get a slice?
Here is a venture claiming to be India's leading fashion social network. Yes, you heard that right. A fashion social network to discover trends and shop, of course. We'll see about that in a bit. Let's get acquainted with the founders first. Say hello to Mayank Bhangadia, the CEO at Raposo. Mayank strives to make Raposo content-rich and its interface seamless. Avinash Saxena, the co-founder at Raposo, oversees all aspects of the company, including hiring, community management, marketing, and is a resident troubleshooter at the company. And this is Kaushal Shubhang, the co-founder at Raposo, who heads engineering and plays a vital role in mapping the venture's plans to scale up. Now, the Raposo team insists that this venture is not your conventional browse, click and buy platform, but rather a search engine for everything fashion. So, dear founder, sell your venture to us.
It's a platform where anyone can come and express their style. So we've got an app both on Android and iOS. We're also available on the desktop. So you can come express your style. And on the other side, there are a lot of people watching you. As a platform, we connect two types of people who are like-minded.
Raposo is a play on the word apropos, which means relevant. The platform enables users to share their style stories and video links, discover DIYs, and repost stories they like on the platform. The startup acts as a search engine of sorts, scanning the internet to find the best matches according to your personal preferences and tastes. With more than 3 million users, over 3 million screen views per day, and 200,000 posts a month, the founders have nothing to complain about, it seems. But hey, shopping online is all about being social these days. And a venture like LimeRoad leads in this space. So what is Raposo offering the user?
We believe that fashion is a very fundamental need of every person. You know, people want to look good, they want to get better with their style, and Raposo is emerging into a platform which is helping them do this.
So how is Raposo a social network? Well, its database of more than 3 million users make over 200,000 posts each month, including pictures, fashion videos, style inspirations, and product reviews. This one is for the fashion enthusiasts. the trendy, chic, casual, risque, formal and rebellious. Whatever be your personal style statement, share it on Raposo and get access to a look you like. And of course, buy it. Hot sellers like Vero Moda, Biba, Maybelline and Forever 21 also have their profiles on Raposo to effectively engage with their target customers. Raposo has raised a total funding of $21 million till date from top investors in the country, including Tiger Global.
Big brands, they have a very targeted audience here, which and these audience interests are known to us as a platform. So we can provide very targeted audience for these brands and monetize on that, not affecting their normal user experience.
Okay, we'll admit that we like the social angle in this venture. But the buy now button may put it in the same league with scores of other e-commerce ventures. So it's now time to catch up with the founders and put them under the spotlight. Here is what we want to know. Raposo is another startup competing in the overcrowded e-commerce sector. What sets it apart from scores of others? Raposo competes in a space with another strong contender, LimeRoad. What is its USP? Does Raposo have a sustainable revenue model to be a unicorn?
E-commerce seems to be a very hot industry right now. What makes Raposo different?
So Raposo is not an e-commerce company, it's a social network. So people like you and me post very interesting stories on Raposo about fashion, about trends, about how to take, about different parts of lifestyle. And what we do is we connect those stories or with the products that people can buy from different online stores. For example, if you post a story wearing your beautiful dress, we'll match that dress with very similar products from other different e-commerce portals, and people can buy those dresses and bring that inspiration into their lives.
So now that we know how Raposo works, it's time for the million-dollar question. How does this venture make money?
So let's talk about your revenue model. How exactly does it work?
So there are two broad ways to monetize on Raposo. One is when a person finally discovers a product, she's redirected to one of the websites to do the completion, to transact. And when this is done, we get commission on it. So one side is the affiliate model. And then broadly, users are spending a lot of time on Raposo. So a large chunk of our community spends more than 25 minutes in a day. And with every session, we understand user in more details. So it's a great platform for advertisers, to target precisely.
Is Raposo scared of its competition? It seems like LimeRoad is on its way to becoming a unicorn.
So we are not a marketplace. We are a community-driven platform. It's an app where people engage with each other, they inspire other people. And when you get inspired, you can actually make use of those inspirations. You can buy products similar to what you're seeing. So we're not a marketplace. In fact, we are friends of marketplace.
Raposo and Raposo.com seems really great. I mean, the mobile client is just gorgeous and fantastic. But the one thing that struck me is today throughout the interviews, they kept telling me that it's not an e-commerce website, not an e-commerce website. But the fact of the matter is that they keep prices right on the app, right on the website. You can see when prices have been slashed. You can see the sizes available. And just because there's one more page added, I'm not convinced that they're not an e-commerce website or they're not facing that kind of competition. Anyway, that's what I think. Let's hear what the mentors have to say.
Raposo is building a Pinterest-type social network to be able to look at the latest trends in fashion, for people to be able to share what they are wearing, for them to pursue people who are more creative in terms of fashion or trends and so on and so forth. They will have to create a very clear business model so that they can, they can start to generate revenue, especially at these times when the availability of capital is not that easy.
Within fashion, you have Raposo, which is doing product discovery. So that's a very interesting space, and there needs to be a player there because the style keeps changing. There is new products keep coming in, and discovery remains sort of a crucial point.
So it's been an exciting episode. First, we met robotics company GreyOrange. Then we met Raposo, who calls itself a fashion social network and has this gorgeous app and website. And who doesn't need fashion advice? Now, do you think your startup should be featured on Unicorn Chasing the Startup Dream? Then write to us. Email unicorn@ndtv.com or tweet at prime_unicorn. That's it for Unicorn this week. We'll see you next week.
Answer these questions to win a goodie bag from Raposo worth 3,000 rupees. Name 2 retail brands which have created profiles on the Raposo platform. What are the 4 USPs of Raposo according to the founders? Send in your answers to unicorn@ndtv.com by 18th October.